Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? With another, well, a first Halloween makeup tutorial. Ta-da! Before we get into the video, or even the intro, let's take a minute to just subscribe, guys. Subscribe down there. Turn on your, I almost said notifications. Oh, your notifications button, that little bell, because don't you want to see more of this face? Clearly you don't want to see this face in your dreams, but if you're looking to find a makeup tutorial for Halloween that you don't need to buy a costume for, that you can just do with a bunch of makeup that you have, this is the tutorial for you. I mainly just use the Born to Run palette from Urban Decay and the Sephora Collection liquid lipstick in the color 28, which is the black shade. Pretty much it. I mean, we could just jump into this puppy. Also, disclaimer, I'm not sure if you can see if I shaved or not, but I didn't, and I didn't realize that until the end of this video. So it took me 3 hours to film, and I'm posting it regardless, so oh well. So let's hop over into this video. So to start off, I already have my base on. I am actually in between shades at the moment, so I have to use the YSL All Hours foundation and then Dior Face and Body. Then for concealer, I had to again mix shades because I'm in between with the Too Faced Multi Sculpt Concealer and the Tarte Shape Tape. Then to set my face, I just went in with my Cover FX mattifying setting powder. Now this is in the shade Light, should have used medium. And for my eyelids, I never used concealer as primer, but I had run out of my primer at the time, so that was all that was left. So that's what we set our eyes with. For the actual eyeshadow, I'm just going into the Born to Run palette, and I'm going to be going in with that neutral transition brown color. I will leave all the actual names in the description bar below. And I'm making sure to really bring that all the way out because obviously this is not a natural look. Next, I'm going in with a shader brush from Morphe, and I'm just dipping into that orange shade and running that through my crease and all the way kind of to the inner corner of my eye. After I repeat this step on the one eye, I'm just going to do it on the other, and then I'm going to be taking that same orange shade and kind of making, again, an outer corner V shape with the orange eyeshadow as well. Again, we're going for drama here. This is a jack-o'-lantern tutorial. I'm going in with a small shader brush and again kind of winging out or defining that outer corner V really sharply because we're going for drama on the eyes today, and that is going to really help intensify the look and add depth and dimension. Again, to create some more drama, we're going in with that black shade and taking a smaller domed crease brush and again going a little closer into the lid with that outer V shape. Afterwards, I'm going to go back in with that shader brush from Morphe and take that orange shade and really bring it all the way up to the brow bone almost. Then to make those eyes open up a little bit more, we're going to go in with that Stila glitter. I believe this one is in Kitten, and using that applicator directly on the eye, I'm just going to create almost a cut crease. And then kind of to disperse the glitter on the outer corner, I'm going to take my finger and kind of pat that in, so this way it, instead of puts it on harshly like the applicator, it kind of blends it in a little bit more seamlessly. Then we're just going to match the eyeliner from the other eye. For this, I'm using my Stila Stay All Day liquid liner in black. Also, guys, I apologize. Even as I'm listening to this tutorial, I sound terrible. Now, normally I know this is a no-go, but for the sake of this tutorial, we are going to be taking that liquid liner from Stila and putting it directly right underneath the lash line. Now this is going to help define the eye and again, kind of the roots of the eye. And then after that, I'm going to be taking my Hourglass Caution Mascara and applying that directly to my lashes in generous coats before we're putting on the Lily lashes in the style Paris. Now you can use a more dramatic lash if you want, but my eyes are hooded and therefore I'm using something that's kind of in between. Now after this, I'm going to be taking the liquid lipstick from Sephora Collection again, and Sephora Collection Pro Brush. This is the angled eyeliner, and I'm going to be drawing a triangle right under the iris of my eye. Again, this is kind of like the jack-o'-lantern triangles for eyes, but a different take on it. And then I kind of switched over to the Stila liquid liner because it's a little bit more precise, and then I went in directly with the brows and kind of filled in my brows how I normally would, but instead used the liquid liner and then again kind of switched back and forth just like the eyes with the angled brush and the liquid liner. As you can see, I kind of then just scrape off whatever is left on that brush and kind of pull up towards the center of my forehead to kind of add that shading dimension.
I'm going to go back into that Born This Way palette and jump into that orange shade and put it directly above my eyebrows. Now to even out what we just did there, we're going to do the exact same thing, except we're shading and adding more dimension to those lines underneath the eye. Now I know from now on it kind of gets a little jumpy in the steps I'm taking to create the rest of the look, but the liquid lipstick does take a little bit to dry, so that's why I'm going in separate parts at separate times. Now I'm just going to draw the outline of the top of the jack-o'-lantern for this, and I'm just kind of taking my finger and pushing out the product closer to my hairline because I am blonde and I don't want to stain it. Afterwards, I'm going to be taking that same liquid lipstick and applying it actually directly to my lips. Once I finish that, I'm going to be taking it further out on kind of the same lines, straight out if that makes sense. And then once we get towards the outer shape of the mouth of the jack-o'-lantern, I kind of use whatever's left on the brush to fade it out. Once that's done, I'm just going to go back in with a mix of the dark brown and orange color from the Born to Run palette, and again, shade that and blend that in with the top of the jack-o'-lantern. Ooh, next is fun. We're going to be taking that orange shade, that same orange shade, and applying that to the nose as a really intense contour. Next, we're going to be applying that liquid lipstick to the nose, and I don't even know what I would call this, an accent? Again, kind of just how the jack-o'-lanterns have dark eyes, dark mouths, and dark noses because you cut those parts out of them. Same thing. So the nose, we're going to be adding that little tip for a dimension. After, I'm taking my Stila micro tip liner to create these very tiny, I want to say roots, we'll call them roots, from my forehead. Pretty far down, not all the way to my eyebrow, but you get the idea. It's kind of to each his own. I just didn't want them to go so far down my face, and once I got towards the edges, they got a little bit thinner. Taking that same micro tip liner, I'm going to go in and create the teeth for the jack-o'-lantern. Now, this didn't have to be super precise, and this part gets a little bit boring and redundant, so I'm just speeding this part up. But essentially, all you want to really do is create these sharp teeth and match the bottom to the top. Now, just like we've done for the rest of the black detailing, we're just going to go back in with a dome crease brush and add as much orange around the teeth as we possibly can. Now you can leave the top of the jack-o'-lantern like it is, but I thought it looked a little bit sparse, so I just went in with my micro tip from Stila and kind of added a little bit more of those roots. You can't really see it that well here, but I also went in with that shader brush and added contouring to my cheekbones with the orange. Now that I've pulled the straps of my shirt down, I'm just going to take that angled eyeliner brush and kind of just really messily create those lines where the roots are going to go from our neck. Well, not from our neck, from our entire chest down. It's basically just an outline, so this way it was easier to go in directly with the liquid lipstick in that applicator. As I said, that was just an outline, so now I'm going in directly with that liquid lipstick, and I'm just very messily, there was really no rhyme or reason to this, creating those roots. So I just connected those top lines and pretty much filled in my entire neck with black liquid lipstick. But as long as it was connected to the little kind of teeth marks we made, all is well, and you can kind of go a little bit crazy with this. It's supposed to be messy and sloppy, so kind of have free reign with it. It's a little bit fun actually, until you try and get it off. Then I would just go in with my Stila Micro Tip Liner again and kind of create those very pointed edges instead of a domed edge. And after that, like we did with everything, and just to make the whole look cohesive, we're going to go in with that orange shade again and go along the top of the roots as well as the bottom of the roots. As you can see, I just switched to the large shader brush that I use for my eyes for the bottom of the roots because, as you could probably guess, it got very tedious to use the domed crease brush. Afterwards, I went right back in with that black liquid lipstick and added some more vine/roots where I thought the look needed them. Then I took my hair down and thought the look was complete, but I realized that around my hairline it kind of looked a little harsh, so I just went back in actually with a black eyeshadow and blended out those harsh lines into my hairline. And now the look is complete.
So thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it so much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you aren't following me already, please follow me on Instagram. If you were before, you have to change it now because I'm actually just going to be using my personal account forever and ever and ever, ever. That was slightly, actually that was more than slightly embarrassing. I changed my Instagram account, so it's now at Grace, not Once Upon a Tutorial, because I feel like I'm just going to slowly, ease into the whole like name situation instead of YouTube name thing. Does that make sense? If you're a real OG, you know what that means. Anyway, I love it. I'm really excited. I don't think I'll ever do this again though because it was so much work. And I actually don't really know how I'm going to get this liquid lipstick off my body because I'm running out of my oil off cleanser, so keep you updated on that. But anyway, if you want to see more looks and more looks, then totally follow my Instagram, which I'm going to insert here. Follow me obviously on YouTube. Subscribe. Awesome, amazing times here we have. I hope. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.